Yeah, so we finish up this last week's worksheet first. Yeah, then after that, I will be going through the part on pressure. Okay, so following pressure, then we will go into our worksheet two. Okay, on a lot of people coming in. This is a big class. So yes, we will have like 20 of you in class, right? How many now? Let's count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 4, 13 plus myself 13. Okay, my presentation also take up one space here. Right, I hope I can see all your faces because I feel very uncomfortable, no? If I don't see faces, then I'm like talking to myself. So can you all try to turn on your camera? Thank you, Hannah. Hannah, your answer for that one, right? Actually, in fact, a lot of answers can be accepted, but the way it's being phrased, you have to be very clear. Otherwise, you can easily lose marks. So you cannot just say you erase and erasing the eraser makes it smaller. You have to explain the science concept behind it. Can when you are giving an example. So all of you take note. Last week we did talk about what are the examples, right, that you can give. Okay, that shows a force can change the size of an object. So that one, yes, maybe later I can share with all of you what I sent to Anna. Yeah. And be tidy is here. You forgot to do, never mind. Then later on, when we're going through, you quickly give me your answers, okay? That's fine. Okay, so last week we have one last question here, question 14. Now, identify all the forces acting on the object in the following situation. So this ball was thrown up and is now falling towards the ground. So it's falling towards the ground. Okay, can you give an example of the force that is, pulling it down? That one is easy, right? Fair enough. Then let me see what are the answers that you all have given. I have to refer to last week's one. One moment. Okay, last week, what do you all put down for question 14? Gravitational force. Okay, most of you put down gravitational force. Okay, so is it just gravitational force? Take a look here. Now, not just gravitational force. You see here, when the ball is being thrown up, okay, how come it can only go up to a certain height? Okay, is due to gravitational force trying to pull it down. There is also air resistance. Fair enough, because it comes into contact with the air particles. Okay, air particles consist of the different types of gases, right? Okay, so there is actually contact between them. So there is some frictional force, we call it air resistance, right? So these two, even when it comes down, okay, gravitational force is pulling the ball downwards, right? And it is also coming in contact with all the air particles around. So there is still also some form of air resistance, not just up, but also downwards. All right, next one. A ball is rolling on the floor. Okay, ball rolling on the floor, frictional force. Now, put down gravitational force, and then Hannah, you also put down gravitational force. What do you all think? What do you all think? Okay, identify all the forces acting on the object in the following situation. All right, what are the forces that are acting on the object? Okay, gravitational force at your level, yes, they will mark it right. Because if there is no gravitational force acting on the ball, right, it will be floating everywhere. Yes, correct. Yeah, yes, gravitational force is always acting on all of us. Doesn't matter where we are. So yes, you can have gravitational force also. I will say that there is also gravitational force. So these are the various types that you all learn. Gravitation. But when you go up to Sec 3, you are going to learn more. Okay, you're going to learn more. You're going to learn about the normal force, etc. Okay, but I'm not going to touch on it now because otherwise, then I cannot complete the class again. Now, a bungee jumper jumping down a platform. Okay, jumping down a platform. All right, so this one, okay, there is elastic force, there is gravitational force. Why is there elastic force? Any idea? Any idea? The rope. Okay, Nikki, tell me a little bit about the rope. Hi, Raga. Raga, you are in this room. It looks like especially for you to study, is it? It's a study. Okay, good. So, Nikki, tell me about the rope. Come, try bungee jumping. Yeah, the rope straps onto the bungee jumper. Okay. Now, when the bungee jumper jumps off, right? Yeah. When the bungee jumper jumps off, there's this rope that is tying onto him. Yes, correct. So when the bungee jumper actually falls all the way down, have you all seen videos like that before? The bungee jumper jumps down when he reached the bottom. Okay, so when he reached the bottom, he will like toing and come out a little bit and then down again. Okay, it's like the rope actually caused him to bounce a little bit up and down. Correct? The rope straps onto so that the jumper won't fall. But that doesn't explain the elastic force. Hmm? Okay, so the way you're explaining it doesn't exactly explain that. All right, so but you don't have to elaborate lah. It's just that the rope exerts some form of elastic force on the bungee jumper. Okay, Nikki? Yeah, so that the jumper won't fall. Not because of that. Okay, your explanation so the jumper won't fall doesn't explain the elastic force part. Okay, let's go on quickly. A ball is held in the air, prevented from falling by a magnet. Okay, a ball is held in the air, prevented from falling by a magnet. So what is the force over here? Okay, again, gravitational force and magnetic force. There is still gravitational force that is pulling the ball downwards. Okay, but the ball is prevented from falling, right? How? Because of this magnetic force. There's a force of repulsion. Gravity and magnetic force, I cannot write gravity. It is more accurate to write down gravitational force. Okay? Yeah, it is more accurate because it will sound more intelligent. Okay, you will sound more intelligent. Or someone knows what I mean. We all want to sound intelligent, right? No, we don't want to sound like we are just very normal kind of people. We are intelligent scientists. We are professional. Okay, so avoid the word gravity. Write down gravitational force. Okay, magnetic force. Then from now on, let's avoid talking about attraction and repulsion only. Okay, linked to force of attraction, force of repulsion. So when two magnets with their like poles facing each other, the two magnets experience the force of repulsion. Okay, y'all write down. Okay, so force, yeah, force of repulsion, force of attraction. These important for all of you to follow now. If you don't want to lose marks, I would suggest you guys remember this. So when we talked about magnets, okay, with like poles facing each other. All right, you have to say the two magnets. Don't say the two magnets repel lah. Not intelligent enough. You are already in Sec 2. You are going to write down the two magnets experience a force of repulsion. So similarly, if you have magnets with unlike poles facing each other, you're going to say the two magnets experience a force of attraction. Don't say, oh, the two magnets attract. Not professional, not intelligent enough. Can? Let's all practice this. All right. Joban, you look cute. Yeah, you are a cat today. So marks will be deducted if I say repel or attract when strict teachers are for sure. Yeah, remember you are going to move up to Sec 3. Sec 3 onwards, you're going to do the branches of science separately. Physics is physics, chemistry is chemistry, biology will be biology. Now, there are some topics that are similar in physics and in chemistry, right? But the way the answers are being written, they are going to be marked differently and given different marks by the two different teachers. Clear? I majored in chemistry. So when I teach my students how to write down certain things, right? Like the forces of attraction in the solid particles or particles inside a solid, the way the physics students write it, I don't accept. I don't give them full marks. So if they write down the chemistry way for their physics answer, right, they also will be marked down. So you have to be careful. Things like this, like they experience forces of repulsion, forces of attraction, all these are crucial in your answers. Clear or not? Okay, you cannot write like you are in the lower secondary or primary anymore. Sec 2 is the transition to Sec 3. So you must start practicing writing good answer. Remember, between two students, for example, let's say Hannah, you score 95%. Then Nikki, you also score 95%. Okay, but Hannah writes down forces of attraction, forces of repulsion, stuff like that. But Nikki will write down attract, repel, gravity, that kind of thing. So if you ask me as a teacher, okay, to suggest, I have one last place in the pure science class. Who will I choose? I will choose Hannah. Oh, it is like that because Hannah will have a better chance of scoring all the distinction if she continue to write this way. So if you don't want marks to be deducted, children, you must make sure you write down the way that is required. So you write down in an intelligent manner. Yeah, correct. The combined, I forgot to bring the pure science and the combined science paper. How I said I want to show you all right. I keep asking myself, what is the thing that I need to show you? Next time I should ask in the group chat, okay? Remind me, Ken, next time. Remind me in the group chat. The combined science and the pure science. If later on break time, I can quickly go and pull out two exam papers, show you all. You will know what I mean. Okay? Yep. So from now, write this. Okay. So this is for our okay, it's not showing already. Okay, this is for our lesson last week. We concluded. Let me pull out my notes. Okay, you have received the notes, right? Did you all print it out? Yes or no? You did, You didn't, Oh, I know Hannah no need. Hannah can just scribble and it will all be captured. Right, so we are doing, okay, can you give me your new number ID? You might have missed out my message, right? Because you changed number. So you probably didn't receive the worksheet. And also, Carries, I will send you later the worksheet. You just have to wait for it, can? Because yeah, I couldn't get it out in time yet. Later, I will try to pass it to you so you can follow the lesson. Okay, can y'all see? Yeah. So I see, I can already see Nikki's face, Raga, myself, Evan, and Hannah. The rest of you cannot see at all. Why? You didn't turn on your video? Okay, now I can see Carrie's. Oh, I know why. This is not good. Give me 1 minute, Ken. Thank you, Heidi. I need to adjust this change layout. Okay, now I change it. I can see everyone. Okay, now pressure. Your camera is not working. Okay, try to make sure it works next time. So pressure, start off with this. You have to copy down those that I think most of them are the bold words. Okay, you just copy accordingly. Now let me make this bigger so it is clearer to you. Now, what is pressure? When you talk about pressure, you cannot say, oh, pressure is the stress, very stress, a lot of pressure in school. No. In science, in physics, this is a physics topic. We talk about pressure in this sense. It's a measure of the force per unit area. Okay, I can do this also. Actually, never mind. I'll just keep it since it's chapter 9. Okay, so it's a measure of the force that is exerted on this certain amount of area. So they say per unit area. So pressure depends on the